Hi everyone, Canoopsy here. The iPhone 12 mini is the iPhone that many people have asked for years. It has the flat edges, tiny form factor, all-screen display, top-of-the-line performance, and it's basically a modern-day version of the iPhone 5. But in 2020, when we're all kind of used to big phones, how does a small phone hold up? Well, this is my iPhone 12 mini review. Today's video is brought to you by RAVPower and their 30-watt Power Delivery 3 fast charger. Check it out at the link in the description and use the code Canoopsy144 for a pretty solid discount. So first, the design. This thing is tiny. It's smaller than the iPhone 12, a bit bigger than the iPhone 5S, but about the same size as the iPhone SE 2020. And I think this phone looks great with its brand new design and those flat edges. It just looks super modern, feels great to hold. It's a really good feeling device. It's also quite lightweight, and honestly, Apple perfected the hand feel of these new 12 series devices. Absolutely killed it. At the bottom you have a lightning port, bottom and front facing speakers, and the speaker quality is great. Maybe not as good as the other iPhone 12s that are a bit bigger, but it's still pretty solid. Now, we gotta talk about actually using this phone on a daily basis. I'm used to using a lot more big phones, as many of us are in 2020, and honestly, I was quite concerned about how I'd actually adapt to holding this phone and navigating this phone, typing on it, and I was worried that things would just be too small with this device. But I was wrong. Within like 5 minutes, I was using this phone as I would really any other phone. Typing? No problem. 2-thumb typing is a little bit difficult when you have bigger hands, but 1-thumb typing, perfect. And I can finally reach the top of the screen to access Control Center with one hand, which that alone is worth the smaller size. And despite the phone being physically small, it doesn't necessarily feel that way. Everything on the 5.4-inch OLED display still felt large and readable, whether I'm watching videos, editing photos, or just scrolling around, using the gestures. No complaints from me, it all works. The notch is of course still there for Face ID, and once again, I was also kind of concerned about how large it would look on a smaller screen like this, but not an issue. Face ID is fast, pretty reliable, but it is not really upgraded at all from past iPhone models, meaning no mask support and certain angles just don't work. Putting this phone in my pocket and using it around the city on a daily basis has really made me love using a small phone again. The experience is much more enjoyable. Now, despite being smaller, this phone still packs in top-of-the-line everything else. Performance with the Apple A14 and 4GB of RAM as well as 5G support is stellar. During my testing, no matter what I did on this phone, I didn't really have any problems. Playing games? Yeah, I can pretty much handle everything. Opening and closing apps, multitasking, editing photos, rendering quick videos, all good. This phone is crazy fast. Now, in Canada, our 5G speeds are kind of limited, but from my testing with this phone, I was getting some pretty good speeds in some pockets within Toronto. Basically, Apple didn't downsize the performance on this phone. It performs as good as the bigger, more expensive iPhone models, it's just smaller. And also iOS 14, from the gestures to the widgets, app drawer, those corner ears near the notch, it's all optimized for this smaller screen. So you're not really missing anything software-wise from the larger iPhones, it's all kind of the same. So using this phone is an absolute joy, no complaints. I love the smaller screen, things are optimized, things all work well. Now, let's talk about the cameras. So you're getting a 12 megapixel selfie camera that takes some solid selfies and night mode selfies. And the front-facing camera also shoots 4K video, so that's kind of a treat. And here's how the audio quality sounds as well, coming from the microphones on the iPhone. And at the back, it's the same camera setup as the iPhone 12, 12 megapixel f1.6 main camera and 12 megapixel 120-degree field of view ultra-wide camera. Photos are simply excellent and consistent. Taking photos with the main and ultra-wide camera looks stellar, like they're almost from the exact same camera with just different lenses. The processing is beautiful. Dynamic range is top-notch, colors are accurate, photos are sharp, clear, and stunning. even at night with night mode that works with both the main and ultra-wide cameras, it takes some really great shots here too. Photos are still full of detail, they don't look unnaturally bright, they just look like photos taken at night, and that's good. For video recording, yes, we've talked about it a few times now, but this phone does support HDR10 Dolby Vision recording, and for most people, that doesn't really matter at all. But essentially, for those making short films, using the iPhone for TV purposes or movies, it does provide more color detail, better dynamic range, and flexibility while editing. I did a much more detailed breakdown in my iPhone 12 and 12 Pro review, so check it out if you want some more info and how the footage looks. But besides the whole HDR Dolby Vision thing, 4K video up to 60 frames per second is of course great. Stabilization is natural and smooth, video coming out of both the cameras looks great, colors are accurate and dynamic range is wonderful, audio recording is clear and crisp, and once again, back to the size of this phone. The fact that you can shoot this good of a level of video with the quality and versatility of different cameras on a phone that's this small is a beautiful thing. It's an excellent filmmaking tool that allows you to film in more places, film things easier, and forget about the logistics of filming and having all of this big heavy gear, so you can just focus on the art. It's kinda perfect. But there is really nothing perfect in this world, as we all kinda know. And we gotta talk about the battery life on this phone. Now straight up, this phone does not last a day of my personal usage. I've really tried. I've used this phone as I normally would with other phones, and most devices I've used as my daily phone last a full day of my usage, from around 6 AM till around 10 or 10:30 at night. Well, this phone died at around 6:30 or 7 o'clock in the evening on most days. Around 12 hours of on and off usage throughout the day. And I use my phone, of course, for business calls, using 5G and Wi-Fi, watching videos, social media, replying to emails, taking photos throughout the day, and I am quite a heavy user, I have to admit. I do a lot of work and communication from my phone for school and business. But here's the thing, we're so used to our big phones with their massive batteries that our usage has changed completely on our devices. Like, for example, back in 2013 when the iPhone 5S came out, I could survive a whole day of usage on that tiny phone, but now, I need the iPhone 12 Pro Max to get through a full day. Because phones have gotten bigger, we use our phones more and more for more things. So going back to a small phone, things are definitely different. So if you are really considering the 12 mini, think about what you actually do on your phone. If you're always on your phone doing something, you're on it basically all day, the phone probably won't last a full day of usage and you'll have to charge it by the early evening or so. But if you're more of a casual user, like on and off your phone here and there, then yeah, a full day of usage is certainly possible, but you will have to charge it every night either way. Now when it is time to actually charge the phone, you have some options, which is good. Lightning cable, Qi wireless charging, and MagSafe as well. Although the wireless charging speed is capped at 12 watts versus 15 watts on the other iPhone 12s, and it's probably a size and thermals thing, it's not really a huge difference as the phone's battery is smaller, so it will charge up faster either way. So this, the iPhone 12 mini, is the most fun I've had using a phone in the last few months, years even. It's an absolute joy to use, especially coming from big phones to this. I really do love it. The experience isn't downsized, it's a full-on flagship iPhone, just small. The only issue is the battery life, and that's it. But with this phone, it's almost worth it to change my usage habits so I can keep using this phone throughout a full day. If you haven't tried this phone, what I'm saying sounds ridiculous, sounds stupid even, but after you've actually tried this phone for a few days, the experience, the size, the usability is just stellar. It makes me excited to see more small phones from Apple and of course other companies. The world needs smaller phones. Sometimes less is more. Speaking of less, Apple didn't include a charger in the box this year, and if you're looking for a really good alternative option, check out today's sponsor, RAV Power. I've been using their 20-watt Power Delivery 3 fast charger to charge up my iPhone on a daily basis, and this is a fantastic charging cube. It's tiny, has foldable prongs, a USB-C and USB-A port, and charges an iPhone 12 from 0 to 50% in about 30 minutes from the 20-watt USB-C outlet, and can charge another device at 10 watts from the USB-A port. It also comes with a great quality made for iPhone certified USB-C to Lightning cable, and it's always good to have a spare cable. RAV Power chargers are safe, efficient, and affordable, and if you use the discount code Canupsy144 at the link in the description, you'll save a few more dollars on this excellent charger. Thanks to RAV Power for keeping my devices charged and for supporting my channel. So what do you think of the iPhone 12 mini? Could you personally adapt to a smaller phone? Let me know in the comments down below. Subscribe and hit the join button if you'd like to become a channel member today. There are some great perks and access to my custom wallpapers. And a huge shout out to all the incredible members who have already joined. Y'all are amazing. Thank you so much. And thank you for watching.